So let's go ahead and rank some of the hottest meme coins for the month of September. And of course, if some of those meme coins that are your favorite that are missing on this list, make sure to add them in the comments below, and I'll have a look at them to see if we could add them in future videos. Also, you'll notice that this is part 1 of the best meme coin tier list, and that's because I wanted to cover a bunch of meme coins. However, putting it into one video would make this video incredibly long, so I figured that the best thing to do was to split it up into 2 parts. So make sure after you watch this part 1 to watch out for part 2, which will be coming out tomorrow. And since there'll be quite a few meme coins that we'll be ranking, what we'll be doing is we'll be taking a rapid fire approach to this. So we'll be briefly touching on the meme coin and then ranking them and then moving on to the next meme coin. But in the future, if there is a specific meme coin that you'd like me to cover much more in depth, make sure to leave that in the comments below and I'll have a look at those meme coins. Also, a lot of these meme coins that we'll be ranking are found on MEXC. So if you're looking for a good and reputable exchange to pick up these meme coins, you could do so by scanning this QR code that you see on the screen, also by clicking on the MEXC link that is in the description and pinned comments. Also, you could qualify to claim some incredible rewards as well. So let's get ranking here. So you can see that our tier list is divided into 5 different tiers. So at the very top, you have the best, which is the godly tier. And then you have the awesome tier, the good tier, the fair tier, and at the very bottom, you have the garbage tier. And of course, in this video, we are going to be ranking meme coins based on their potential multiples. And that's very important that that is clear, because we are not ranking meme coins or the coins in this video based on their quality. I'll give you an example right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll rank Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin, in terms of its multiple potential, I'm going to have to put it in the garbage tier, because right now it is a super large market cap sitting at over $2 trillion, has a price right now of over 110,000. And, probably at the peak of this bull run, it may only maybe do a 2x. A lot of people were saying that maybe it actually peaks out about 140K. So, a lot of people, that would not be the ideal situation. But, with all the money coming in, I would imagine that, the price of Bitcoin will probably exceed 140,000. Then after that, who really knows how high it could get. But in terms of its multiple, for this bull run anyways, I'm thinking that Bitcoin at max could probably do a 2x from here. And that's why I'm going to put it in the garbage tier. But if we were ranking it based on the quality, it would be in like the super god tier here. So I just want to make that clear that we are in this video ranking these projects based on potential multiples. So let's move on to the next one. So Biddy. So Biddy is the Bitcoin mascot, sitting at a market cap of only about $15 million. And I think this one has godly tier simply because it is associated to Bitcoin and actually appears on the original or the OG Bitcoin website. So you know that Biddy indeed exists and is the Bitcoin mascot. So let's move on to the next one, which is Baby Biddy. Now this is the Baby Biddy on Bonk here, and typically strong beta plays to the main alpha play that does really well, which in this case is the daddy version of Biddy. I expected that daddy version of Biddy would do extremely well. With that, I would not be surprised to see the Baby Biddy version do incredibly well, very similar to how Baby Doge performed exceptionally well in the bull run when Dogecoin reached market cap of $90 billion. So I'm going to put Baby Biddy in the awesome tier here. So let's move on to the next one. We have Moner. So Moner is a Matt Fury character, also a character that is a full page character on Matt Fury's newest book, Cortex Vortex here. So I'm super bullish with this. It has a market cap of under $1 million. I think it could absolutely explode this bull run and reach into maybe even the hundreds of millions, giving it a potential 100x or more. So I'm going to place Moner in the awesome tier here. So moving on, we have is Mindfact. So once again, Mindfact is one of the main characters in Matt Fury's Cortex Vortex book. It actually appears on the back cover of his most recent book, which is Cortex Vortex. The team behind it, absolutely exceptional. They got a ton of listings within like a 48 hour period, and they continue to absolutely cook here. So from here, their market cap is under $10 million right now. So still, so a lot of people right now think that, a market cap of 10 million or more is lots, but when the bull run hits, it's very, very difficult to find projects that are under $20 million. I remember in the last bull run, finding anything under 20 million, if you could find it, it would get snatched up and pumped up really, really quick too, in the hundreds of millions. So, sitting at a sub 10 million market cap, with being in the right narrative, being one of the main characters in Matt Fear's newest book, I would say that MindFact has the potential to do something really, really awesome. So also another character of Matt Fear's newest book, Cortex Vertex, is Beast. Now Beast appears on the front cover of Matt Fury's book here. So super, super bullish. And we've seen how well, characters that have appeared on Matt Fury's previous books, such as Pepe and the Boys Club, as well as, Night Riders, for example, Hoppy, and you have, Pepe, Brett, Landwolf, Andy, they have all gone on to reach the hundreds of millions, if not into the billions, at their peak of their all-time high. So I would, assume that Beast will be able to carry on that hype at the peak of this bull run and do some exceptional numbers here. So I'm going to put Beast in the awesome tier. So let's go on and have a look at Ethereum. Of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum are not meme coins, but I just wanted to place it here just so that we have some sort of, benchmark in terms of how to rank these projects in terms of their multiple potential. So right now, Ethereum is still really, really big. It's sitting at a price of about $4,300 at the time of this recording. And in my personal opinion, once again, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my thoughts here. I would speculate that Ethereum probably has about 2 to 3x in it. So probably reach a market cap anywhere between, or a price anyways, anywhere between about $8,000 to $12,000. And because of that, I'm going to put Ethereum in the garbage tier along with Bitcoin when it comes to, potential multiples. So let's move on to Mars. So Mars is, in my opinion, a really under the value hidden gem when it comes to a really good beta play to Modang. So if you're familiar with Modang, Modang is, a very popular hippo that is based in Thailand here. So Mars is really the counterpart to Modang, which is a very, very cute and popular hippo or baby hippo found in North America. And the thing is, Mars has the ability to go viral. As I mentioned in the previous videos, one of the news clips that covered Mars, had garnered close to 3 million views in a matter of days. So that Mars could become viral very, very quick. And because of that, and its extremely low market cap of under $1 million, in my opinion, I believe that Mars could do really, really well. And I'm going to put Mars in the awesome category. Next up we have is Manual. So the most pampered and famous dog on the internet. Now, they have a following of over 20 million people across all their socials. So really, really large following. Also, they have some really strong connections to the KOL space. For example, they are partnered up with Mario Narfield, which has over 2 million followers on X here. So also they have some really good partnerships, especially with the SHIB team. So with a market cap of $15 million, I was contemplating putting them, at first I put them in the good, but they could actually go in the awesome tier as well. They could absolutely explode because they do belong to the dog narrative, which will absolutely explode this bull run as well. But you know what? I am still going to put Manual in the good category right here. I'd like to see them get some more partnerships there, but I believe that, they could equally belong in the on the awesome tier as well. But we'll leave Manual in the good tier. And also with GigaChad, and in the last video, we ranked GigaChad as a fair meme coin. And a lot of that hinged on Murad's, willingness or continuation to push this project. And this more recently, we have not really seen much come from Murad when it came to GigaChad. Now, GigaChad, of course, really embodies the alpha male or the male dominance in when it comes to really being what a man is, right? So according to traditional society, or and also is the epitome of what a Chad is in the crypto terms here. But you know what? It could easily bounce between fair all the way up to awesome, because the moment that Murad begins to talk about GigaChad again, GigaChad could absolutely just explode. But at this moment, I am still gonna put GigaChad in the fair category, simply because there is that big question mark on whether Murad
will continue to shill Giga Chad, especially during the euphoric phase of this bull run. But once again, if he does, I'd be totally comfortable moving Giga Chad to even the good or the awesome tier. So let's move on to the next one, and Trashy. Now, Trashy just launched about a week ago. Now, Trashy is one of Matt Fury's character, and also is based on a really pricey artwork. So that artwork is priced over 10,000 US dollars. So I really love this project here. I think it has a lot of wings and a lot of legs. Team behind it is really strong as well. So I'm going to put Trashy in the awesome tier right here. And moving on, we have Turbo. And I think a lot of people are familiar with Turbo, which is like the first AI made meme coin. And, it looks like a turtle to me, but really it's a toad. Market cap is sitting about $250 million market cap. So from here, how much higher can Turbo do? But Turbo has an exceptional community, and their marketing is top notch. And we know that when it comes to exposure, marketing is absolutely huge. And with a strong and connected community, a meme coin could do some incredible numbers here. So, I'm going to put Turbo in the good category right here. I would not be surprised if Turbo does a 10x or more during the euphoric phase of the bull run. And also, I want to bring back a friend right here that, many considered about a few months ago a really strong beta play to Turbo, which is Speedy. And, at its all-time high, Speedy ran all the way up to 40 million and now is sitting at a market cap of less than $1 million. But, in my opinion, I believe that Speedy can absolutely take off during the time when Turbo is having its time under the spotlight. I think that Speedy will get a lot of that attention and hype as well. So I would not be surprised to see Speedy run up really hard. So with such a low market cap and the potential to run hard alongside with Turbo, and what many consider as a strong beta play to Turbo, I'm going to put Speedy in the awesome category. But once again, there's a lot of question marks around that, but the team is doxed, and also they continue to grind away and to grow their community. So really good to see that the team is still building here. So let's go with All Will Retire. Now, All Will Retire, it's the message that everybody wants to retire on time. The most precious asset that they have is their time. But in order to do that, of course, is that you have to achieve some level of financial independence in order to utilize your time to the things that you want. And, when it comes to retiring, a lot of people are not able to retire on their own terms. So once again, a very universal message, super low market cap, under $10 million. And, if they continue to get a lot of attention, so they still need to get in my opinion, a lot more, KOLs to push their project, for example. The community is super strong, which I absolutely love. But, it's just a matter of, can this project get a lot more attention on them? And if they do, I believe that they could do really well at the peak of this bull run. So I'm going to put All Will Retire in the awesome tier. And also we have Fuck 9 to 5, and Fuck 9 to 5 is a variation of All Will Retire. And once again, it's a matter of how do you want to spend your time during your lifetime. And a lot of people do not want to spend it going to a job, working 9 to 5, doing something that they absolutely hate for 40 plus years there. So, once again, really small market cap, under, $10 million. And, if they could get the exposure and the attention, I believe that this entire narrative of breaking free of the financial shackles of the traditional financial legacy system is going to be a really popular narrative this bull run. So, if they're able to get that type of exposure, they could absolutely rip during this bull run. So I'm going to put Fuck 9 to 5 in the awesome tier. Next up we have is Dogecoin. Now, Dogecoin is, in many people's opinion, the Bitcoin of meme coins, because it is the leader of all meme coins here. So right now, the market cap of Doge is super big, sitting at $30 billion. In my opinion, I believe that it could still run up to $100 billion or more, doing about 3 to 5x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Dogecoin in the fair category right here. So let's move on to the next biggest dog meme coin, which is SHIB. So SHIB is sitting about $7 billion market cap at the time of this recording. And, I believe that at the peak of this bull run, SHIB could probably do maybe like a 5 to 7x, reaching, the 30 to $40 billion mark. Of course, that's the best case scenario. To many, they may maybe see SHIB hitting about maybe 15, $20 billion market cap. Because of that, in terms of potential multiples, I'm going to put SHIB alongside with Doge. And then let's bring in a brand new dog, which is Courage the Cowardly Dog. So Courage the Cowardly Dog is based on, a very popular cartoon that, was really popular, especially during the late 90s, early 2000s. So since a lot of people in crypto are millennials, this is a meme coin and a character that a lot of people in the meme coin space are going to be able to relate to and to build an emotional connection to. No, super small market cap, sitting at under $5 million right now. Super strong team behind it, and simply because of its emotional allure, having being such a big part of a lot of millennials' childhood. And being a very popular cartoon that a lot of millennials watched as their kids, I believe that the peak of this bull run, it could do really well as well. I was thinking about putting in the awesome tier or the good tier. So it all depends on how well the marketing is, but they do have a lot of KOLs really pushing this project. So really good to see that they're putting in a lot of hard work to get the exposure. So, I'm saying that in terms of multiple potential, CC Dog has awesome potential. So let's move on and talk more about stock to meme coins. So the very first one and the biggest one is Murad's baby. So XPX 6900. So right now the market cap of XPX is sitting at just over $1 billion. Now this one here is kind of like the unicorn of this bull run, because it could run to some crazy numbers. We just don't know what that looks like until it happens, because the euphoric phase of the bull run could, it pushes projects to these incredible numbers that blow all our minds, that none of us see coming here. So with this here, some people are projecting XPX to hit a market cap of, as low as 20 billion all the way as high as 50 billion. So as minimum, and since this is XPX first run, and also Murad's baby, which is, the most prominent voice in the meme coin space, it has either awesome or good potential. But for now, I'm going to put it in the good category. But, I would not be surprised to see XPX do a 50x or more at the peak of this bull run. But for now, let's put XPX in the good tier. So moving on is Doge. Now, Doge, in my opinion, is the most powerful and strongest beta play to XPX 6900. And once again, in my opinion, Doge is the ultimate cult movement meme coin here. So, the whole message behind Doge is to flip the Dow Jones, but more importantly is to be, a symbol for the 99% to break free of the financial shackles created by the traditional financial legacy system. So right now, Doge is sitting at a market cap of $10 million, and I think it could run really, really hard alongside XPX. So if XPX hits a market cap of like 30, 40, 50 billion, I think Doge could get into the billions. And because of that, those are incredibly huge multiples. And I'm going to put Doge in the godly tier. And also, we have some more beta plays to XPX and also to Doge. So we have XPX 6969. So this is a relatively unknown beta play to XPX. And the whole mission behind XPX 6969 is to flip the stock market. So once again, you can see the commonality is to flip some sort of traditional financial legacy system. XPX 6900 was to flip the S&P 500, Doge to flip the Dow Jones. Now you have XPX 6969 to flip the entire stock market. So right now, XPX 6969, super tiny market cap, under $1 million. If they continue to get a lot of exposure, they could really run hard with this entire narrative of XPX and do some really, really awesome numbers. So I'm going to put XPX 6969 in terms of potential multiples with a tiny market cap in the awesome tier. And also we have is DXY. So once again, DXY, really incredible beta play under the radar to XPX, and the whole mission behind DXY is once again to flip something. In this case is to flip the dollar. So really tiny market cap, under $5 million. And they have some, really awesome, a really awesome community behind it. Also, KOLs that are pushing it as well. So in my opinion, anything that continues to get a lot of exposure that is tied to Murat's XPX and the entire flipping the traditional financial legacy narrative is, in my opinion, has the potential to do really well. And because of that, I'm going to put DXY in the awesome category. And this one right here, this came on my radar from Win All Day, and as well as What Is Crypto, which is MEXC 6900. So once again, that's a beta play to XPX. And the whole point behind MEXC is that it serves as kind of like this, ETF to the entire meme coin market. So an ETF or maybe like a mutual fund is like a collection of like memes that are found in that basket of investments, for example. And what that does is it lowers the overall risk of that investment and really diversifies somebody's investments. This is very similar to like an ETF or a mutual fund, so it carries those benefits. And it is in the whole message behind MEXC is like a meme coin like index, if you want to call it like that. So really awesome idea here. And I love the idea of having this project holding meme coins in its own kind of like basket of investments, so that it could diversify risks and bring some sort of stability to the the meme coin space, but yet offer a project that has the upside of a meme coin to do 50x, 100x or more. So in my opinion, I'm going to put MEXC in the awesome category because it fits in the right narrative and it brings something a little bit different, which is kind of like an ETF mutual fund type of vibe to it, which is a way to diversify and to reduce overall risk. So that's part 1 of the tier list. So make sure to come back tomorrow to watch part 2 of the tier list. And once again, nothing in this video is financial advice, so always make sure to do your own research. Also, crypto is risky, so as much as everything could go to the moon, it could go down to zero as well. So please invest responsibly. Also, I am not a financial advisor, so if everything in this video sounds good to you, make sure to subscribe to this channel, turn on that notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.